Peace, y'all. I'm going to tell you what the forces of nature want us to know most at this time in 78 cards. It's time to let go. Old world, old earth, old shit. Rebirth time is here. The heavy load that you've been carrying, it's not yours. Put it down. Justice is served. The tables have turned. Don't let them tell you otherwise. The split is here. Ma'at order is here. Stay in alignment with truth, with justice. That is all. You know what it is. And this is why this is already coming through with such intuitive confirmation. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Stay in alignment with the phases of the moon. Stay in alignment with divine feminine energy that is receiving mode. It is time for us to receive what is ours. We're tapping in to this 5 of Wands energy in the reversal. The conflict, the training is complete. Now you just decide that the lesson has been learned and you pay it forward. What you focus on at the end of the day is what is going to replicate. So if you believe that all of this challenge and all of this strain and all of this strife is for a reason, and that now it is time for the reason to be revealed. Yes, it is apocalypse. Absolutely, it is apocalypse. Apocalypse just means that things are being unconcealed, that things are being revealed. You have gone through the training. You have gone through the conflict. Now you decide that you are here, that you are choosing which side you are on, and it is done. Pour into your cup. Let others drink of the overflow. That is how you find peace. That is how you flow. This is how the currency comes through. The infinite abundance of the Ace of Cups, that pour where you are watered to make sure that you are not depleting yourself and make sure that you are not pouring into buckets with empty holes, with holes full up in them. This is the work right now. That is what is going to achieve peace. And this is why the conflict is over. Protect your energy, preserve your peace. And at the end of the day, there's always going to be someone watching. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. There's something you're not doing enough of. Let them talk, let them watch, let them judge. And do not expect them to see your vision while they are watching you. If it was meant for them to see, Spirit would have given it to them. You do what you are here to do. Let them watch, let them talk, let them judge. Stay focused. Give and receive. There was a time that you needed. There's a time that you give. This scales of justice comes back here. The energy of balance will always come back. Make sure that you always put yourself in a position to be able to pay something forward, to be able to pay back, to be able to give, and be able to put yourself in a position to know that you are worthy, to know that you are deserving, and to know that you have earned when it is time for you to get. Reaping of what we sow. Good, bad, and ugly, lest we forget. So continue to give good, and that is what is going to come back to you. Memory lane, nostalgia. When we think about the past, when we think about our childhood, when we think about the childhood traumas, and we continue to think about them, that's the stuff that keeps creeping up, and that's the stuff that at the end of the day is going to continue to be a part of our today if we do not leave it in yesterday. Focus on tomorrow, and by focusing on tomorrow, it's based on what you are feeling now. The future is now. Now is ultimately all we have, but we do have to think about what we want to see and who we want to be tomorrow. Be it today. Do not fret, do not worry, do not cry over spilt milk. When we think about childhood, whoever wasn't there for us, or who was there for us. Be who you were supposed to get. Be that for yourself now. Whoever wasn't there for you then, be that for yourself now. Because if you're not, then you are just the same as the person that you are keeping a part of your present that is deterring your future. And get over the heartbreak. Take the swords out of your heart. Because again, you can blame them and you can point fingers and you can do that all you want, and yeah, what happened happened, unless you tell a different story. And it's until you take those swords out that you're going to be able to put the salve on it and do the healing work that is required and that is necessary at the end of the day. So focus on your healing. Start with the heart. And then follow the yellow brick road to new abundance, to prosperity, to a new opportunity, to a new seed that is waiting to be planted, and that only you can plant. If you don't plant it, it doesn't grow, it doesn't happen. And if you allow the heartbreak, if you allow the childhood dramas and traumas to keep you stuck in the yesterdays and the yesteryears, then all this new growth and all that shmoney and all that infinite abundance and all that fruition doesn't happen. Choice is yours. And the truth is yours. 00101110. This Ace of Swords is my 00101110 card. Timeline shifting. Be honest. Speak your truth. Draw your line in the stand. Make sure that you are letting people know what your boundaries are. Put your crown on and keep your head high so that your crown doesn't fall off. Don't worry about being harsh. Don't worry about somebody saying, oh, why are you doing this to me? And you've changed and all of those things. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve. And anybody that tells you that is because they want to keep you stuck, because they are. Keep moving. Keep being honest. Transparency. And be true to you. The risk, the rewards. Wheel of Fortune. You spin the wheel. Russian roulette. You never know what's going to happen. This reversal energy is no guarantees that you're going to get everything that you want. This irony that the fixed signs that are represented here, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is fixed. Nothing is guaranteed unless you believe and unless you are being consistent in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your words, in your deeds, in how you are spinning the wheel of your own life and bringing to fruition what it is that you know that you are meant for. And then you celebrate. When you win, when you spin that wheel, and when you bet on you, you win, you celebrate, you come into harmony with true tribe. The energy of marriage is not just in regards to passionate relationships. It's about collaboration. It's about coming together in coherence, in harmony with another, with others, with community. And there's so much to celebrate, and there's so much growth, and there's so much creativity, and there's so much stability in that energy of 4. So much structure, so much solid foundation that is ready to be built upon. And whatever is not strong enough, it's going to fall. Let it. Whatever is not of solid foundation and frequency is the tower moment that is required. Whatever you build, if it is strong, it will stand tall. Let whatever is unstable fall and rebuild. And go inward. Go outward for your confirmations. Listening to readings like this or wherever else you may receive them, absolutely. But know that all of the true answers are only within you. And then have patience, gratitude, and faith when you plant those seeds. And yeah, you can watch the seeds, and you can love on your seeds, and you can water your seeds, and you can put sun on your seeds, and you should make sure to do that. But don't stay stuck wondering when and if they're growing. Keep moving and keep planting more seeds. That is where the faith comes in. Remember that the roots grow under the surface. So when the growth is happening, you may not see it. You will not see it at first. But it is only through faith. It is only through the gratitude, it is only through the patience that you're going to see that sprout finally come through the surface. And then don't question what you are here to do. We are not doing any more imposter syndrome. We are no longer being blind to the truth of our purpose. Look into yourself. Mirror work energy is so powerful and so potent when we tap into the Eight of Swords, because that is where our mind is going to actually tell us the truth, and that we're also going to be able to see when we are lying to ourselves. The eyes are the windows to the soul, so take the blinders off, take the blindfold off, and be honest with yourself. And don't cry over spilt milk, okay? There's a lot of things that, yeah, of course, feel it to heal it. Absolutely, I'm a huge proponent on that. But at the same time, some things we got to get over. Some things have to be water under the bridge. Sometimes we do have to pick our head up, look at what is still standing, and see that there is a castle. We're talking about this whole rebuilding. Look at what's being rebuilt. As long as we focus on the glass half full instead of half empty, or just focusing on the ones that are full instead of the ones that are empty. And then the truth is going to be revealed for every single person around you, but it's going to start with you. The core to all of this is character. You are going to see exactly who the people are around you that are honest, that are transparent, that are of your stuff, but you're first going to be able to see it in yourself. It is going to be revealed. You are not going to be able to hide anymore from the things that you know you need to come into alignment with to actually achieve and receive the things that are meant for you. And then you're not going to feel like you need to protect yourself so much. You're not going to feel as guarded anymore because you're going to be safer. You're going to be around true tribe. The revelations of who is true around you, how you are true to yourself, is already going to be right out there in the open. So right now, this kind of guarded nature that we have is because we know that there are people around us that should not be around us anymore. There's environments that we are not able to fully grow in because of those individuals. So once you release that, you're going to be able to put the weapon down and just focus on how you thrive and not just survive. And then finally, the nightmares and the anxiety and the stress and the worry and the doubt dissipate, because you are going to no longer be surrounded by those energies. The shift, the split is happening. This is confirmation that the shift and the split is happening. So at the end of the day, when you focus on clearing yourself, and as a result your vibration goes so much higher that you don't even need to say goodbye to the people that are not of your stuff. They're just going to fall away, and you're going to know it, because your sleep is going to get so much more calm. Your dreams are going to become so much more clear. You're going to wake up in such higher vibrations, and that's when it all continues to flow and everything rises into place. It's only up from here. And then you look at things from a different perspective. And then you don't blame anyone anymore. Then you don't say, why did this happen? I wish that didn't happen, because you're going to be able to say, you know what? Everything that I'm experiencing now and everything that I am now is because of everything that happened. I wouldn't do anything differently. Turn things around, flip it on its head. Look at things from that different perspective, that different vantage point. And all of a sudden you're going to realize that you have everything to be grateful for. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Everybody's got their role. For a season, for a reason, whatever it may be. Let it be. And then come into union with your infinite abundance. Come into union with creating inheritance and legacy wealth and legacy love and generational wealth and financial freedom. And the reversal energy here is just the holdup, because we're still in this energy of transition. We're still planting those seeds, but this is what is inevitable at the end of the day. As long as you choose you, as long as you choose, again, the choice of true tribe, this is what awaits you. And then the apologies start rolling in, especially when the dough is rolling in, and you just have to know when an apology is a little fishy. You just have to know when someone is not emotionally intelligent enough to actually care about you and not just what you can do for them. Everybody gonna come around when you got your stuff. Everybody gonna come around. You have to be discerning. You have to be selective. You have to be generous. There's no question. But remember, through the generosity, everyone is worthy, but not everyone is deserving. And then the energy of haste you want to be mindful of, especially when that money starts to roll in. Be very, very particular in regards to how you are circulating your money. We don't spend money, we circulate money, right? So you have to be very, very mindful how you are circulating this money, who you are giving it to, especially again when everybody starts to come around, right? Hey cuz, what up cuz, all of that, right? It's gonna happen. Don't be hasty. Be strategic. Be in logic mode more than being in the heart mode, because the dollars are logic mode. The dollars run out if you are hasty. So as much as you have the infinite abundance energy of generosity and wanting to be able to give for all and give to all, do the math and make sure that the math is mathing so that you got some left after you give. And these blinders, we've taken off the blinders, and we are no longer tapping into this energy of closing our heart off. The energy of choice is going to again be so important for us. This is part of the discernment. This is part of being selective. There's so much treasure that is coming through, and I always get the vibration of X marks the spot with the Two of Swords, with the energy of X here. Be mindful of where you are standing and who is standing with you. Be mindful with all the things that you've built, especially when that money rolls in, who was there building with you? Because it's so easy for people to say, build it and they will come, and it's so easy for people to come after it's built. Who was there with you while you were building, before you were building? That is who you want to share your treasure with. Keep on moving. Do not stay stuck. The Chariot energy coming here in the reversal is where, when we're feeling like we have and we want to give, and there's this kind of dilemma energy, I always say, if you don't know the answers, no. There are no dilemmas. If you are not sure if someone should get your time, your energy, your dime, then hold it. Because again, holding it gives you more of an advantage to make sure that you are not running out, and again, not being hasty in the generosity. Feeling stuck may be natural because of your heart, because of the nice notion. But just remember that you can be kind, but you don't always have to be nice. And that there is a huge spectrum between the energy of being nice or kind and being mean. You don't have to be mean, you don't have to be greedy, but you do not have to go full speed ahead and giving everything you got, especially to people that unfortunately were not there or are now only there because you have things to pass out. You'll run out. And Queen of Cups energy is being very, very particular in regards to how you are giving your heart. The heart is, again, as I always say, where you start. When you are first and foremost giving yourself first, when you are pouring into yourself first, it's going to make it so much more clear who it is that you should be pouring into as well. Pour where you are watered. That is the only way that you are continuously going to be replenished. And the replenishment is in the tangibles and the intangibles. The same way that you can run out of money if you start giving and full speed ahead with passing out dough, it's the same way that you can give too much of your heart and then it leaves you in doubt. And know that you have all the elements and all of the suits at your disposal. You are a magician. You did this. All of the abundance that comes, even the sorrow, we have a hand in all of it. We have the abracadabra. Our wish is our command. What we will be. So what is your will? What is your wish? What is your spell? How are you speaking and spelling over your life? How are you using the elements? How are you using the forces of nature? Again, this is the message from the forces of nature. As I am out here under the sky, grounding my feet, this is the question. If you know that you're a magician, what magic are you making? And how strong are you? Not how strong do you want to be. How strong are you? Because the future is now. It is all about now. So if you know that you are strong enough to make the right decisions, if you know that you are strong enough to tame any beast that comes toward you, if you know that you are strong enough to vibrate high enough that the beast can't even reach you, if that's what is, or that at the end of the day you are able to neutralize the energy and bring them up with you, that's a decision that you have to make and that you get to make today. And that brings in more 8 energy, more infinite, abundant energy. Courage is required. And the courage, ultimately, you can't experience and practice courage unless there's some type of fear or doubt or anxiety that you need to face. So honor your courage as well in the face of these fears, and do it scared. Go towards it anyway. That is how you are going to practice your strength. And it's how you are going to practice being true to yourself and standing on the throne and minding and mining your own mind. The jewels that are within you, that are in your thoughts that create, all you have to do is take time, meditate, sit with yourself, speak to yourselves and yourselves, and make the decision. Make the decision. We know that thoughts create and then converts into the feeling, because now we have emotions about what it is that we're thinking. Then we have the choice to speak, and then we have the choice to act, that it is all coming from the mind. The mind that has fleeting thoughts all through the day, through seconds in a day. And we get to decide what it is that we're going to focus on, because that's what's going to manifest and materialize. And then we've got our King of Pentacles to bring in the resourcefulness, to bring in the fruition, to bring in the seeds that we are planting, that we already got the message, to have the patience and knowing that the roots grow under the surface. But now we start to see the sprout. Now we start to see all the growth, all of the abundance coming through. And it's just going to give us encouragement to keep planting more seeds. And remember, harvest season is continuous. We don't want it all at once anyway. Where's the fun in that? So know that everything that is meant for you cannot miss you, and it is going to come in divine timing. Have patience and keep planting seeds. Keep planting seeds in balance, in harmony, in coherence. Be flexible. The juggle sometimes is required, and sometimes you could just put the balls down. It's all a choice at the end of the day. And again, if you don't know, the answer is no. But know that you have the power to part the waters so that you can stand firm, so that you can stand strong, so you can stand flexible. Tap into yoga, tap into ways that make your body feel fluid and flexible, because what you do with the body more translates to the mind and to the spirit. Abracadabra, your wish is your command. This is the witch energy. This is the sunflower energy, Oshun energy, the sweetness of life energy, Bast energy, coming into you commanding, you creating, you deciding. This is what it is. Solar plexus energy. Again, my wish is my command. What I will be. The Queen of Wands don't play. She does not question herself. We all have this frequency in us. Mind your ego. Absolutely, but it's not about killing the ego, because the ego is there for self-preservation as well, and the ego is there to make sure that we are not eaten alive, especially when people start to come for our money, when that money starts to come. Keep that in mind and keep creating. And know the choppy waters that will ebb and flow, they will be calm waters that will ebb and flow. It is all part of the process, and it is all how we practice our patience and our gratitude and our faith. This too shall pass, but also when it's calm, may pass, and it'll be this and it'll be that. And if we can handle with the same grace the negative choppy waters and the positive calm waters with the same energy, there's going to be so much less choppy waters to deal with. And then so much new growth, and so much new ideas, and so much new creativity, and so much excitement, and so much abundance. This is the energy of just power and It has the phallic symbol, right? We think about virility and stamina and growth and just getting things done. This is what you're going to feel fueled by. And you're going to get so much more inspiration for what it is that you're already doing, let alone new ideas that are going to start to come through. Billion-dollar ideas, billion-dollar ideas, billion-dollar ideas, and the cat that got the cream. Literally, wish fulfillment. Literally, finally saying everything that I'm putting forth is materializing, is making sense. It is all coming together, and there's more in store. And there's more in store. And that when we look back at the hard times, and again, the ebb and the flow, be grateful for the good, be grateful for the not so good. These are the things to always remember. When the cat that got the cream, when you got it like that, remember when you didn't. This is again back to the 6 of Cups energy. Like, be in the energy of remembering what is important, remembering the childhood, remembering what your parents went through, and that they're people too, right? They are people too, and they had their hurts and they had their harm and all of the things that in many ways were passed on that wasn't necessarily their fault, and some things were their fault, but you decide that it stops with you. And you decide that the worst has passed and it is only the best yet to come. And then our Knight of Cups brings in love and brings in romance, and you start with you. Start with blessing yourself and being romantic with yourself. Take yourself out. Go on dates with yourself. Toast yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Give yourself a bath. Whatever it may be. Romance yourself the way that you want to be romanced. Be that reflection. Don't wait for it. If you believe that you are deserving, then why wouldn't you do it for yourself? And why do we continuously expect things from other people that we don't do for ourselves? This is why you practice it. And this reversal energy is clearly stating that we need to do more of it for ourselves. And that is what is going to attract it from anyone else. And then we've got the whole world in our hands. We've got the whole world in our hands. When you tap in to the 2 of Wands, the sky's the beginning. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to travel to? Start in the mind. Start on the vision board. Start with the reality reel. Put it together. Imagine it. Live it. Experience it like it is here, like it is already yours. And watch it be yours. Because it is. Because it is, and there's more. There's so much we got, but there's so much more in store. Sometimes we're too focused on what's in front of us. And that's good to be focused, and it's good to be grateful. But again, the worthiness and the deserving and the earned it, that's this here, this extra cup that Spirit got for us. And that sometimes we kind of keep our expectations lower than we need them to be. This is the reminder that Spirit is giving us, that the forces of nature are giving us, and saying, you do not have any idea how much more we got for you. Keep your head up. Keep your head up so that you don't miss the opportunity and the extra that's for you. To get you out of the rut, we're getting out of the rut. And to get you out of the mindset and the remembrance and the memories of everyone that stabbed you in the back, and everyone that did you wrong, and everyone that didn't show up for you, and all of the things that you did for them but they didn't do for you, and the blah, 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 blah. Keep beating that horse. Keep beating that horse and see what happens. Again, I don't want to tell anybody to get over it. I don't want to hear that shit. But how's it working for you? Continuously remembering every stab in the back. But through every stab in the back, what you should focus on even more is how many times you got up. That every time you got up. And this power and this strength in this individual right here holding that 10th sword to get herself up, to get himself up, despite 9 swords in their back. That's you. That's me. We've done it, and we're going to do it again. Because it's not going to be the last time that somebody tries to put a knife in our back. But the fact of the matter is, we get up. And then we focus on emotional intelligence. That's what helps us get through it and get over it, right? Again, I don't want to tell you to get over it, but when you remember to start with the heart, when you feel it, to heal it, And you realize that you don't have to stay down when somebody kicks you down, because you have that power ultimately. They cannot keep you down if you decide to get up. And if anything, that's the thing that's going to prove your strength and prove your worthiness and your resilience more than anything. And you're going to be so proud of yourself, and it's going to make it easier for you to heal and for you to be like, I did that. And yeah, if it happens again, I'm going to do it. It's actually going to be easier the next time. Just keep doing it. They keep doing it, you keep doing it. Moon energy, a lot to be revealed. Again, this is apocalypse energy, as we've been talking about, so much being revealed, so much being unconcealed, and it's going to be bittersweet. And in many ways, it is going to get worse before it gets better. But stay in alignment with the moon. Do not be afraid of the dark. Transformation happens in the dark. We are alchemists, and we are here at this time for a reason. We chose to be here, and we have been chosen to be here. Be grateful for that. Be honored by that. And stay in the energy of receiving. Believe to receive. And if there's certain energies and dynamics around you that are not of your stuff, leave to receive. And then we have the conflict energy, the training energy coming back from the swords to the wands. Sometimes it's all in the mind, and sometimes people are really trying to compete instead of collaborate. And that's okay, because as long as you look at anybody else that could be seen as competition, and instead you switch your mindset and say that they're just an example of what's possible, and not just an example of what's possible, but an example of what's inevitable, then just keep going full speed ahead. And then we've got our Page of Wands. And that thing that's inevitable, that passion project, that creative mode, do it like a child, do it like a kid again, do it without any qualms, without any hesitation. Just put your whole self in it. It's like the fool's journey energy, right? Like, just be a fool for love, be a fool for your art, be a fool for whatever it is. Do not worry or care about what anybody else thinks about this thing that you lose track of time when you're doing. You know what that thing is, and you're not doing it enough. Get on it. Get on it, and remember, moderation. Obviously, nobody's telling you to just quit your job and just go ahead and do this thing and, you know, don't worry about how you're gonna pay bills and whatever. Don't worry, of course, never worry, but make sure that things make sense. A little bit of logic and a little bit of the heart energy. The balance is always important, and you are protected. There's this angelic spirit and energy that is surrounding you that ultimately is going to help you lead yourself to where you're supposed to be. As long as you keep that equilibrium, as long as you keep that energy of balance, you're gonna find your way. And then your ships come in. Yeah, they're still kind of, at bay, right? They're not fully docked yet, and they're all in different parts of the sea. So they're not gonna come at the same time, but again, we don't want them to come at the same time. But just know that this energy of waiting is not what we're claiming. It's just about divine timing, and that what is yours cannot miss you. That harsh accusation that he or she thinks that they think that they think. Who do they think they are? You don't think, you know. You know who you are. And as you go through these trials of life, as you go into the energy of thriving after all of this surviving, you have earned speaking your truth. You have earned slicing through the truth. You have earned not having to mince words with anybody that cannot handle your energy and your essence. Be who you are. You earned it. And then fire horse energy, as we are here. Get giddy to giddy up. We are in the giddy mode. We are here. We are on the high horse. And yes, we maintain our humility and we maintain our humble, but not to keep us down and not to put ourselves lower than anyone. Even in where the energy of being serving, then we're here to serve, right? Sacred service. Serving and being a servant are two different things. You are not a servant. We are not servants. We are here to serve, but first and foremost, self and source. So with this fire horse energy that we are here, come into the momentum and be and do everything that you are meant to. And then we've got the world. And then we've got the world, which I'll cover up, because if I post this, because I think I gotta post this, they want us to cover it up. We've got the world. And you have the world here, tapping into, again, the fixed signs, tapping into making things really, really solid for yourself, and deciding what you want your world, your universe to look like. Reminding yourself that you are a star, that you're a reflection. This as above, so below energy is quite literal. It is quite literal. So it is a decision that you have to make. What kind of world do you want to be in? What kind of world do you want to assist in creating? And it is very much the internal world that creates the outer world. And anything and everything that you are doing for yourself is what is going to help and contribute to what it is for everyone else. So we have to remember this awareness of oneness. We have to remember that it's all interconnected, and how we are transforming our worlds. We are transforming the world at large. The world at large, the community, the collective, the team, everything that we are doing for ourselves, we are doing for the other. So it is so much bigger than us, and we are totally finding our true tribe. It's the time. It's the reason we're experiencing the split. It's the reason that we're experiencing a lot of mourning, with realizing that a lot of people that we thought were for us or like us or the same or similar or seeing things like us, unfortunately aren't. The pool is going to be a lot smaller than we think it is, fortunately and unfortunately. But just know that ultimately, where you're going, there's so many that are already there waiting for you. So just keep going. All there waiting for you. The harmony, the bliss, the domestic bliss, the heart healing, the heart harmony, the heart coherence, the nervous system reset, the peace, the favor. The 10, the year of 10, the rebirth, the new beginning. This is where we're going. And again, reversal energy is because it's where we're going. We're still in transition. We're still in spring. There's still things just being that haven't even been planted yet. Some places still got snow. Some people still dealing with frost. We have to wait till the last frost to make sure that the seed, again, any seed has the potential to grow, but it all depends on the environment. So we're in this energy, planting, preparing to plant, and making sure it's the perfect conditions to achieve the harmony that is meant for us. And rest, and recover, and take time, take naps. This work is divine, this work is intense, this work is ups and downs and all arounds, and it is so important to listen to your body. It is part of the detox energy as well, this urge to purge. Sometimes it really is just that moment to let your body take time to do what it naturally does. And just fasting is a really, really powerful thing to do as well when we tap into Four of Swords energy. So we take rests and naps for our body, for our eyes even, but when you fast, when you detox, you're letting everything, all your organs, your cells, literally have time to regenerate. And then, dun, da, da, da. Hear ye, hear ye. Final call. Make the call. Make the decision. It's not about judging yourself, but it is about making a judgment call. Picking a side. Which way do you want to go and flow and grow? And it is in your thoughts, it is in your feelings, it is in your words, it is in your deeds, and they have to be coherent. They have to be consistent in order for it to actually go up to the universe accurately, for it to come down to you. And this taking naps, and this going inward, finding your inner light, remembering your inner wisdom, taking the hermit energy every once in a while. This could just be literally taking a moment to meditate, being in the dark sometimes to find your inner light so that you can see that glow, being outside in the dark and looking up at the stars and reminding yourself yet again that you are a star. Sometimes we're out and about and then our spirit speaks, silence, sequester, seclusion, be obedient to that. It is so important for us to take ourselves out of the fray sometimes. It's important for us to play in the fray sometimes. And it's important for us to just lay out and not be around and out and about, so that we can really synthesize everything that is happening when we are out and about. And then we've got Four of Pentacles, where we have to be mindful to not hold on to anything or anyone too tight. This detachment is so imperative for us to actually receive and for us to maintain. The irony is we hold on to things that we don't want to let go of or lose, and the tighter we hold on to it, the more potential we have to lose it. We have to loosen the grip. We have to not be in scarcity mindset and lack consciousness, because when we do that, look at holding onto this pentacle over the heart chakra, over the sacral chakra, over the solar plexus chakra, over the root chakra. All four chakras are blocked by this pentacle. So ironically, holding on and saying, I don't want to let go of this thing that represents stuff, that represents money, that represents a seed, person, anything. Again, yes, matter matters, but how much more does the ability to create more matter than the one thing that you're holding on to that ends up blocking four chakras that align with the matter, that align with the stuff, that align with creation, that align with your will, and that align with your healing and your love. Loosen that grip. Loosen that grip. And there she is with the loose grip. Yo, with the loose grip. She don't need to hold it with two hands. She's like, I got this. This is mine. It's Queen of Pentacles, resourcefulness. She's like, look at what grows around me. Rabbit energy. You can't be late. You can't be late. What's yours is yours. You are not late, little rabbit. And you are producing. You know how rabbits produce? That's how you producing pentacles. And this is why she can have this loose grip over this pentacle, because she got that many. Just what it is. She got it. She got it. She got it like that. She got it like that. You got it like that, Six of Wands. You got it like that. And you're getting the accolades and you're getting the recognition because you're finally giving it to yourself. Duplicate fire horse energy here. Duplicate message of put yourself on that high horse. Know who you are. Absolutely. But maintain that balance between that energy of humility and humble without putting yourself below anyone. And the pedestal energy, don't put anything or anyone on a pedestal, because when you do that, you're just making it higher for yourself to try to reach, including yourself. Don't put yourself on a pedestal. Don't even allow anyone else to necessarily put you on a pedestal. Just know that you are who you are. That's enough. You're enough. More than enough. And be strategic in the planting. And this is also why you don't want to have the energy of being too high up, because we plant low, baby. We plant low. We got to stay grounded. You got to stay grounded. This Knight of Pentacles reminds us to stay grounded, reminds us not to rush, reminds us to survey the land, to be strategic in where we are planting these seeds, to pay attention to the seed. That we're not just thinking about us, we're thinking about the seed. Where's the best place for this seed, for this particular produce to produce? That's the strategy. And then the Empress here with new growth, with a new baby. The Empress energy that comes often before the Emperor is the energy of pregnancy, of new beginning. So there's pregnant belly, Venus energy. And usually the Emperor that comes afterwards is just the individual. But in this deck, he is holding the baby. So it's not just about gestation. It is about producing again, tapping in exactly to what we're saying here. So align with this frequency. Align with your authority of knowing that you are absolutely who you say you are. So who do you say you are? Who do you name, claim, demand, and command who you are? As the plane confirms, your heights, Ashe, and your power, Ashe, and your fuel, Ashe. Wow. You got some fuel, you got some fire, we got some fuel, we got some fire. And it is 44:44 on this time right now that I have been filming this video. Listen, there is nothing that you cannot produce and replicate. It is yours. Your wish is your command. Mars energy, get it done. Don't hesitate. Don't question it. I'm going to cover this up again with devil energy. Release toxins. This is part of the urge to purge. Clear out whatever is not serving internally, externally. Do the parasite cleanses and all of the things, and talk about the split that's happening and preparing our vessel for this shift. Addictions, obsessions, anything that has more of a control over you than you have over it, be honest about it. And this is the window to let it go. And then come into the healthy, the lover's energy is in the devil, right? The lover's energy is in the devil, the obsession energy. But this, we tap into the choice. What kind of choice are we making in regards to the relationships that we are calling in? What kind of partnership are we calling in? How are we choosing healthy love? You start with yourself, and then it must reflect outward. And then we have our seeds planting. And then we have this new energy, this new beginning, this joie de vivre in regards to this seed, this new idea, and the faith, the joy that comes through to this new seed, that we can say, I am ready to plant this thing. I am ready to take care of this thing in a way that I've never taken care of it before. And I have faith in it. The way that children have this, like, they just bounce off the walls. They just jump off stuff. They have no fear. They have imagination. That's the way we want to look at our seeds, look at our opportunities, and the way that we're planting our seeds. The way that children look at it. That imaginary friend, you swear they are like that. They're right here. What do you mean? They're right here. All of the things that you want, that you believe, they're right here. Whether anybody else can see them or not, as long as you do, it's all that matters. Tap into the joie de vivre, tap into the child, tap into the happy childhood that even if you feel like you didn't have, make that shit up, change that story, change the story, tell a new narrative so that you can be the adult version of that child instead of the adult version of the child and the experience that you had that was not as ideal as you wanted it to be. Focus on the sun, ground, Oshun energy here as well. Tap into the sunshine, tap into the sweetness of life. Have honey every once in a while to bring in that sweetness and remind yourself that you are that sweetness and you are deserving of that sweetness. And then focal point, completely new focal point at the end of the day, when you tap into what is yours, what is already yours, and your self-sufficiency and infinite abundance because you said so. That's this Nine of Pentacles energy here. Name it, claim it, demand it, command it. Absolutely yours. And then the love, the partnership, the opportunities in regards to collaboration. Two of Cups is not just about love. It's not just about coming into harmony with a particular relationship. It is about finances as well. It is about coming together to build something with someone that sees things the way that you do. And when you are in that frequency of understanding it and feeling it for yourself and choosing things that just make sense, you're gonna find people that just make sense. And then the messages and the downloads and the uploads start coming full speed ahead. They're a little bit slow, they're a little bit stagnant in some ways now, coming in bit by bit, trickling in, because again, threshold energy. We're still in this transition energy of spring, but know that the messages are going to start coming so much quicker. Believe it, receive it, and walk away from what doesn't serve. Leave to receive. This is that welcome by whoever, whatever does not make sense, whatever, whoever is not seeing you for who you are. You got a choice, because again, so many people are waiting for you. They're already there. Keep moving. And even if you don't know where you're going, if you know where you're at ain't it, you can't stay there. You shouldn't. Because that's what holds baby up. That's what holds the progression up. That's what keeps things in gestation mode instead of it being able to be birthed. It's ready to be birthed. This idea, this baby, this creative force, this masterpiece is ready to be birthed. So how long you gonna hold it in is the question. And then the victory. X marks the spot yet again in regards to you deciding when you are the victor versus the victim. A lot of people can say and do, but it's about what you think and what you feel. People could be sending negative energy towards you, whatever it is. At the end of the day, you claim a curse, you curse yourself. So don't be claiming no curses. Don't be claiming none of that stuff. If you don't believe it, it is not at the end of the day. So focus on where you are putting your attention, because that's what you are allowing in. Keep yourself in victor position. Everybody else got to drop their swords and walk away. And not everything is for you. So be selective, be discerning, be appreciative, but remember that not all opportunities are actually prosperous opportunities. An opportunity is an opportunity, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's an opportunity that is meant for you. Sometimes they're tests, sometimes they're trials, and it's up to you. Everything is up to you. But ultimately, when you focus on what it is that you are choosing, when you focus on thinking about the things that are selective, the things that are based on discernment, totally your choice. But it is not all going to be for your benefit. And then we've got star energy, focusing here on, again, reminding yourself that you are a star, reminding yourself that as you look above, look at yourself in the mirror with the same revelation, with the same wonder, because it is who you are. The healing comes with that. The faith comes with that. And then the hard work, and then focusing on the tools, focusing on your hands. What are you making? What is the magic that you are making every day? And the intensity that you're putting towards it. You are going to reap what you sow. So as long as you are diligent, as long as you are particular, as long as you are focused on your purpose, it must come to fruition. And then there's our Fool's Journey. Fool's Journey, going on with this, not necessarily no care in the world, but just being so full of faith that wherever you are going is where you are being led. You are being led, especially when you are focused on your passion, focused on your peace, focused on your purpose, and staying in alignment with nature. And last but not least, we have gotten to the end of 78 cards and message from the forces of nature that we are culminating with celebration, that we are culminating with divine feminine energy and the promise of the receiving mode, the promise of coming together with divine feminine internally and externally, and coming into celebration, coming into this energy of we did it, we are here, cheers, toast to you. Power of 3. Anything and everything that you are commanding, that you are demanding, naming, claiming, say that shit 3 times. Abracadabra, 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 ashe, ashe, ashe. Put 3 on that. Put that power of 3 on that. And know that you are worthy, that you've earned it, that you are deserving. It's yours. And my big 3, with this energy of the 3 of Cups, faith, gratitude, patience, it will always bring you back into alignment and bring you back to you. Ashe.